Alright, time for another physics.com video presentation. So, the Pyrrho has made some raggy comments. I feel entitled to make a response to them, and so I'm going to put this video on YouTube, even though it's against my current policy, because he gripes that he can't find videos and it's too much trouble to go offline, off the YouTube platform, any minor inconvenience is too much of an inconvenience, apparently. And, but this is the same guy who complains about people who think his audio quality is horrible and think it'd be nice if the video actually started when you played the video and you didn't have to go seeking through the video to find out where the video actually starts and where the video actually has audio. So he doesn't mind wasting an awful lot of the listener's time, but he seems to be very precious. His time is very precious because, he has a lot of crazy people to go listen to. He likes listening to crazy people. And, people who have real mental problems. That's, it fascinates him. It doesn't me. So, I'll say that what time I have, I use pretty much exclusively doing this one thing, which is researching and playing other people's videos and contemplating their arguments and such. But anyway, he makes some raggy remarks for which he can't demonstrate any evidence, accusations about my intentions and my credibility that it's just such horseshit coming from somebody whining and complaining that somebody else was rude to them. It's just such a hypocritical statement, but he is a hypocrite. He sucks at arguing because he cheats. It's a simple truth. So anyway, let's play along.
I'm really glad for you. That's a definitely important thing. Theodore Hightower, did I see Gary's latest hit piece on his website? No, I did not.
So it's not a hit piece. It's a response video to Pyrrho's crazy and silly philosophy. And it was on the subject. Anyway, continuing.
If you want to tell me what it was, I might respond to it, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah, right. So everything should be paraphrased and, so cut to pieces that there isn't any argument to be had because it's so superficial. You ought to just get a Twitter account, Pyrrho. And there's that other video site where you make 1-minute videos. Yeah, you ought to go there.
Go what? I'm not going to go to Gary's website. It's impossible to find out what's going on there. It's crazy.
All right, so it might be a there are always, little things, little issues. So I am guilty of having one broken link. So if you used this link, one of these links, because one of these is right. Where the hell did it go? Okay, anyway, this one works. Okay, so I have a little typo in here. So if you hit this, you can read right here, 81, and this one says 80, 80, 80. So it's obviously the wrong page. But if you go to that link, you go to that wrong page, which I can do, you see, oh, it's not the right video. But it's right here. I mean, this is too complicated. This is the most recent video I made. This is the one right before that. This is the one right before that. Hey, look, there's the Pyrrho video. And you click that one, and the link works fine, and the video plays fine. All the direct links to the video work fine. So he says this is too much. This is too messy a hair. Like somehow this isn't straightforward enough. When I can't see it as anything other than as straightforward as you can get. You can't get any more straightforward. I don't have any little smiley face. You don't have to talk to the turtle. You don't have to do anything special here. You don't have to wait for the ad to rotate. You don't have to, what the fuck? It's not that complicated. So anyway, just bullshit. I mean, I could just click one of these. I can just click this link. Bingo, the video plays.
All right, making the video.
Not complicated. So he complains about people complaining at him about his poor production values, and he says, oh, you're just using that as a dodge because you can't make an argument. Well, I'll say the same thing to you, Pyrrho. This obviously seems like you can't make an argument if your hang-up is going to be, gee, it's too hard to get to your video. It's not that hard. Okay, and now I'm making it easier and easier. I mean, the new website for the physics has all these little subjects right here. Not tough at all. You know, and the videos are in the order I made them. Not difficult at all. Yeah, no, so kind of just a bullshit complaint, right? I mean, he complains about bullshit complaining, and then he just bullshit complains. So again, just such a hypocrite.
What's new? What was the latest thing? I don't. It's annoying, and also
So just a bullshit whine, right? Just a bullshit evasion.
he's just rude. Why would I be going there?
Right, and you're not. So again, what's this rude word? How do I define your version of rude? When I say the word idiot to you, that's rude. But when you say pseudoscientist or science denier to me, that's not rude. Oh, no, I don't think it should work that way, hypocrite.
I'm only watching a little tiny bit of his stuff on YouTube, so.
So yeah, and so the whole reason I'm not on YouTube is because of something you already know about, which is Forever Wolf Films having her 10-year-old, thousands of videos, millions of views channel wiped out without any strikes. And you say, well, business as usual. And I say, no, we shouldn't do business as usual on YouTube. That should be a problem. Not one that you're going to solve, not the one you're going to help solve.
I gave him too much attention already.
Oh, yes, the attention I've gotten from the pyrrho. It's so vital to my function. So again, all I'm doing is looking for people who are capable of making a counter-argument. So if somebody could please link me to somebody capable of making videos where I explain something and then they counter-explain in the same manner, with the same amount of physics content in the explanation. Yeah, show me that video. Show me somebody capable of doing that. Clearly, Pyrrho isn't. He's just capable of this hit and run shit. And that's all he really is. He's a hit and runner. He throws crap and then runs. Like the crap of, dividing by a 1. Okay? But you're dividing into seconds. And he divides by a 1 without any seconds on it. Yeah, of course you have to divide by 1 second to make that legal mathematically. And if you divide by 1 second, then you'd see that your seconds cross out. You can't square them anymore. So your little trick doesn't work. But he won't pay attention enough to know that his argument's a pile of crap. All right, and he still hasn't defeated my simple argument that that's not what Newton wrote.
If he can't be decent, then
all right, so I mean, I let the audience judge. I mean, there's no violations of decency in my public videos. It just isn't true. So that's just bullshit. And certainly, I'm allowed to counter when I have been publicly offended. I'm allowed to do exactly the same crap back to you. So if you can make accusations, I can make them.
That's the point. Oh, good. Spook's doing well. Yeah, I kind of thought he was because I talk to him every once in a while. But you're right. Like a couple weeks, and you're in touch with him more than me. I talk to him every couple weeks, so it didn't. Anyway, good. Good to hear.
Yeah, whatever that means. So I guess Spook had another thing of some kind. More surgery, more something, because, yes, he hasn't lived a very logically ordered life. So again, this fascinates Pyrrho. Pyrrho loves to watch people bounce off the walls.
Because the other thing is, if he's going to be like, he's got some adventures going on and moving around, you never know. You're always got to be worried a friend gets stuck in Lodi or something.
I don't know why he's brought up that particular location. It's a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah. Barkloyd says you went there, can't find the video. I don't know if you're talking exactly because I'm reading his old comments. You could be out of context. But probably since I just read that.
I just mean, you can't find the video. It just seems like Pyrrho be like fucktarded. It's right there on the front page. Pyrrho be like fucktarded. Here's a list of the videos I've made. They're all there. Pyrrho be like fucktarded is one of them. It's right there. Can't find it, man. Sorry. I think that's a really lame excuse.
The hit piece thing. Yeah, I think I went there at one point, not for that, but, or maybe he did mention something about that. I went there and I couldn't find it, but I think it was an earlier video he mentioned, because he's been making these videos that are just couple-minute videos about there's another video, and I went there and I'm like, I don't know what's new, what's old. These.
So it's too confusing for him. So I make these, on YouTube right now. On this channel, I've made videos on YouTube where I paraphrase what I've done during the week, the 3 or 4 videos I might have made, and just point out their titles and what I talked about. And he's making the excuse that he can't follow along. And he's saying he doesn't like people who criticize his uncombed hair and his shitty microphone and his ugly appearance and his, his confusing backgrounds. And he's sitting there complaining that somehow this is too confusing, when how could it possibly be too confusing? I'd expect a 7 or 8 year old could follow along. Come on, it's just this silly. How much bigger do I have to make the links? I mean, realistically, they're in the description. There are direct links to MP3, MP4, all it's right there. It's in the frickin' comment section, a pinned comment with all of the videos. What the fuck, the latest ones. What the hell's confusing? The titles and the videos. What's so fucking confusing? It's just a silly rag. I just don't get it. Fine, you can get away with it. It sounds like a real rag. I insulted your car because it's, not the right shape. I don't know. It's just, what is this? Okay, never mind.
Videos have all been up forever. So
what that ramble means is videos have been up for like forever. Like yours have been up for like forever. Just this rambly stuff. You also have to say, what the fuck? Do I actually have to respond to a bunch of rambly tone? So your attitude is, I did something wrong, and yet you really can't articulate it. His videos have been like forever. Well, how do I fix that?
Yeah, not interested. But also, it's not because it's at his website. It's like, even with the, talking to Gary's turned out to be one of the most counterproductive things as far as having a useful ending or resolution.
Okay, so again, yes, and my argument to you is, in your face, fucker. Okay, the problem is you. Hothliday had the problem. You've already tried to dig up Hothliday and put his dead corpse in front of you like a shield. Hothliday hated your tactics, your internet persona. All right, and because it was hateable, because you can't be argued with, because you evade and change subjects. You will not argue the argument. All right, so it's on you, asshole. Okay, the problem wasn't anything I ever did in any response video to you. All my videos are up. I'm perfectly satisfied for every response video I ever made to any of your silly, idiotic, dumb fucking ideas. And they speak for themselves. So this is just another bullshit rag. So I should just make a video where I say something like, all Pyrrho's videos suck. There. And that's what you just did. And you're saying that somebody should respond to that with what as a counter argument? Do you think you argued anything? Do you think you proved anything? Do you think you demonstrated how there's anything functionally wrong with my video responses to you over the last 15 years? Fuckhead. No, you just don't like the ones currently. Because the ones currently, you made it personal, fuckhead. Not me. You did. You're the one who started insulting me because I dared to make a physics video that disagreed with your woo physics. And you got butthurt because you couldn't make an argument. So all you had to resort to was your veiled, empty sleeve insults. All you could do is insult me. You couldn't counter-argue me.
Even that, hey, we disagree, but here's the conversation. So it's just been, like, what's the point? He's not a fair interlocutor at all. And you know,
So he just says it. He just says, I'm not fair somehow when I'm the one that actually plays your fucking crappy, shitty, smelly, dirty, pus-covered pieces of shit videos. And you never do anybody else that courtesy except the crazy stuff for which you're not going to say anything controversial. You know, you always paraphrase. The stronger somebody else's argument against you, the more likely it is you paraphrase. The weaker their argument, the more likely you play it. You're the one playing a game here. You're the one cheating all over the fucking place. You lying piece of scum.
He knows that he's...
See, he knows. No, I don't know any such fucking thing. All I know is I make arguments on the internet. And that's what I do 99% of the time, is make a fucking argument about a fucking position. And that's an absolute fucking provable fact in my videos, you fucking lying piece of shit. You can't make a physics video. You can't make a physics argument. All right? And that's a fact. Your videos suck. The physics sucks. The argument sucks. It's empty. And it has nothing. There's no value in it. There's nothing to argue because you don't argue any substance. You just argue your, well, it's the most proven theory in the history of mankind. How could it be wrong? It's proven in everything. Well, I can't show you any proof. I'll just talk about it.
Just, like he's trying to create a following, and so that
so more crap. I mean, it's just so, yeah, what the fuck? So I should say that about you. This is all a big trap of Pyrrho's. He's pretending to be inept and incompetent to gain a bunch of followers from the inept and incompetent crowd. So a bunch of the, Mel's Basket cases and other kooky, crazy people. And then he plans on doing a GoFundMe and getting a bunch of their Confederate money or something. Whatever the scheme is. But he has a scheme. Like the underwear gnomes, he has a plan A. Not C, where he wins. Yeah, he's not too clear on the B part yet. Fuck. I mean, I can't be... frankly, anybody who could watch my videos and say, there's an agenda behind that, would have to be certifiably crazy, because you'd have to sit there and make it up out of something. There's nothing in the videos that demonstrate any kind of manipulation, any kind of will to cheat. Every bit of it is a will. I'm offering people $3,000 to try to make a fool out of me. Too silly.
Here's these techniques. And
a technique. I have a technique. I mean, just what do you have to just... The technique is a response video. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, I play your video and I react to the crap you say. That's a technique? Oh, amazing bullshit. I mean, I'm just saying, for all you assholes who are defending this turd, come on, how can you defend this bullshit argument after he just made a speech about, don't pick on me because all this stuff that isn't relevant, just care about the content.
And plus 5 minutes of YouTube fame spread out over 15 years.
So again, what and what's my YouTube fame exactly, right? I'm still in the low wattage category, no doubt about that. And my fame is infamy more than fame, right? I have to spend more time telling people who I'm not, because of all the liars out there who've like you, who tell people stories that aren't true. Okay, so I have to spend more time undoing what's been done than spending time actually creating any kind of argument or statement. But clearly, yes, it's clear that in our arguments, your side has lost, in the sense of it's lost the popularity contest. I say you've also lost the content contest also, and in this case, there's a correlation between the fact that you can't sustain anybody's interest, and I have a little bit more capacity to do that, but it's not much of an accomplishment, frankly. And to argue that I feel satisfied or that I feel at all happy about the fact that I have more viewers than you. That's yeah, that doesn't make me feel good. No, not even close.
Is like gone to his head as well.
So what's the evidence of this? Where am I, riding on, some sort of comfy pillow plane or something? I mean, where's this evidence that I'm at all comfortable with the way things are? Oh yeah, there's no evidence of that. Just what a pile of shit. What evidence is there of any exploitation, of any kind of privilege? I have to constantly be in fear of my channel being exterminated. I have to watch every word I make or state on, a YouTube video. And you're arguing that, I've grown arrogant and above the something or other. That, that there's something. I don't even know I don't even know how to respond to the accusation. It sounds like a character defect, doesn't it? Oh, he's become too self-important or too, internet fame. It's gone to his head. I don't even know how to respond to the accusation because it's so fucking unimaginable.
So...
See, this stuff is a little bit annoying, right? I mean, it's not like you should say, yeah, okay, I could do better. I could get my old cue cards out and, do a little bit of rapid firing instead of this, well, I don't know if I have anything more to say. I'll just sit here and blah, 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 blah. It's okay at the end of the video, I think.
All right. That's going to be it for now. I'm over my 30-minute plan for a meta video. It's not going to be a long one, right? Could be, but that wasn't my intent. So,
So it's not going to be an ending. I think, I guess that was all he said. But it was just a useless rag. And he doesn't make any physics arguments. So, just to put a physics argument in here, and maybe somebody could time code him to this part of the video. Yeah, because it'd be nice to see what his response is, right? I mean, there are these good physics subjects. He doesn't chime in on any of them. Where the hell is it? This is it. So it's only a 1-minute video. So we'll play the 1-minute video. And I'll just again illustrate, the fact is somebody should point out how this can possibly make sense. There's only two choices here. Professor Lewin, an MIT professor, cheated an experiment, or perpetual motion does exist and it's right there in front of our faces. It's right there to grab. Those are your only two choices. Report on some physics shenanigans. Here we have a circumstance where a one mass hits a two mass. The one mass has, say, 100 momentum. The two mass will leave with 130. It's clearly free energy being created because it's free momentum. So the reveal. All right, so the obvious point is that to conserve kinetic energy, if you hit something twice as massive, it has to go half as fast. That's the way you conserve conserve the momentum. So it's the only way you can conserve momentum is it has to go half as fast. If it goes any faster than that, you're making energy. You're above unity. You're above what went in. And that's a problem in physics. That's the seed of a perpetual motion machine. And because there are no magnets here or no special arrangement, this is clearly a circumstance that you can duplicate over and over and over again and keep amplifying the amount of energy going into your system. So you can just keep taking this momentum and increasing it by just going back and forth. Hit the 130 momentum object, into a lever and push the little object, with 130 momentum, okay, and have it hit a 2-pound, a twice as heavy object again, and again multiply by 16% the amount of energy going up to like 150, and then have the 150 do the same transfer. And even though you'll lose little tiny percentages in your transitions in direction, you won't lose nearly enough to undo the fact that you keep gaining momentum. You can't have an experiment where you put a certain amount of momentum in and you get more momentum out and call it anything other than perpetual energy.
Clee, you ready?
You do it. Only got a minute.
Yeah.
Now, hurry up.
There we go.
Come on, do it. Jeez. All right. So it's 3/4. Instead of it coming out half the speed, the head 2/3. I said there was 2/3 the amount. So instead of 1/2, now the twice as massive object's moving 2/3 the one mass's object. So somehow it didn't go to 1/2 where it has to go to conserve momentum. The twice as heavy object should be half the speed to conserve energy. It's not half the speed, it's 2/3, I mean, and therefore it has 130 momentum. It's a third more momentum than what went in that direction. So we collect energy in a direction, it's free energy, it's a paradox, it's not explained. I mean, you can just think of this simple machine. You just say, okay, so if I double the next, I put another one of these things here with a 4 kilograms, then it goes from, the 2 hits the 4, and again I get another 16% increase in the amount of momentum, and then I can hit an 8. Or like I said, I can just end up doing it with a bunch of 1 and 2 mass objects. Just double the mass and just have them on a lever, keep exchanging the energy, and they'll keep multiplying it each time the lighter object hits this heavier object. I'll increase the momentum in the direction that it was traveling. And the machine is easy to make. So I'm just saying, so can Pyrrho explain how the machine won't work? That if I drew him a specific picture, can he think of any reason, okay, that it wouldn't be possible to just take the simple device? I'm going to make more of that. And just keep increasing the amount of momentum by just keep doing the 1 goes into 2. I gain 16% in my momentum because this isn't a half, okay, it ends up being 2/3. So it's 16% more than the half it should have been. And why can't I just bang this 2 into a 4, add another 16%, and then bang it into an 8, okay, and add another 16%, and then just have a lever at the other end. It just switches the direction and just keep doing the same thing and just make a nice circular machine that just keeps increasing the amount of energy. Why won't it work? There's all this, the fact that 1/3 goes this way is completely irrelevant. It actually helps. See, when I swing the lever this way to start this one moving, the fact that this comes back with 1/3 means it'll push the lever back for me. It'll put the lever back in this position. So now when it comes this way, this side can push the lever this way and swing it back into this one again. So it'll actually reset the device for me. It doesn't get in the way in any way. All right. I mean, it's a paradox just sitting right in your face. I'm just saying, somebody explain to me how physics can work, how you can have third laws, Newton's third law, how any of it can make any sense if you can basically just say, oh no, you don't have to conserve momentum. You can make more momentum. Not that you lost momentum, okay? Conserving in the sense of losing momentum, okay, you could say there's a circumstance where I can't see where the momentum went, but it's gone. But to gain more momentum, how can you possibly explain that as being anything other than perpetual energy and free energy? So there won't be any, no response to the video. There just hasn't been a counter argument. So isn't it a vector quantity? Who cares if it's a vector quantity? The fact is you have more energy going in the direction. I'm sure I already read all this crap. Yes, and I posted a link to a video response to the crap. Oh, geez, it's just... Alright, so anyway, so there's some physics. See, Pyrrho could do this. Pyrrho could just do the physics part without all his bullshit commentary, but he chooses not to. He keeps choosing to provoke. Okay, in more insults. See, he makes a commentary about his social policy and open borders, And in the comments section, he calls me a racist. And he thinks that's not insulting. I'll concede I'm a culturalist. I value culture. And I don't think people have an innate right to think their culture has to be respected. I don't have any obligation to respect any culture. If there was a culture that, molested their children, used them as sex toys, I don't have to respect that. I have no obligation to respect culture, traditions, habits. Fuck that. Okay, and you don't call me a racist because I'm a cultural bigot in the sense that culturally I recognize the difference between good culture and shitty culture. Alright, anyway, just such bullshit. So anyway, till the next time and such. And so forth and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think I said anything too outrageous. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just can't, there's just no way to function on this platform. I said culture. I said the word bigot. I mean, that's scary right there, right? Because, whoa, you can't say anything. Ooh, they're all taboo words. You can't use any words. Can't use any words to make an argument, because somebody will be offended. Oh, it's just such crap. Anyway, till the next time.